Welcome to Simple Sales Podcast, where we break down the art of selling into easy, actionable steps. Each episode, we explore proven strategies, share real-life success stories, and tackle common challenges, all designed to boost your sales game. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, get ready to simplify your approach and maximize your results. Let's dive in.
Today, we're really taking a close look at something absolutely vital for, well, any career, really. Building connections intentionally. A strong referral network. And we're not talking about the old way of thinking, the awkward standing around at mixers trying to hand out business cards, or just working the rim.
Right. That's the transactional view. We're moving past that.
We want to dissect how you actually build real influence, genuine trust, and, importantly, a solid community presence.
Pulling out the strategy for what some call connection capital.
Connection capital. I like that.
It reframes networking, doesn't it? It stops being this side task you maybe do when things are slow.
It becomes
a predictable core system for business growth. Something that, if you do it right, leads to sustainable deals, real visibility.
And it's fascinating because the research really backs this up. Even now, maybe especially now.
Yeah.
Genuine human relationships, they still beat algorithms.
Yeah, absolutely. Trust is the ultimate decider in big decisions. It's the currency.
Okay, so let's start there. That mindset shift you mentioned, it seems crucial.
It changes everything. The fundamental definition we need to get our heads around is networking is relational. It's not transactional. Meaning if you go into it thinking, what can I get right now? You've already lost. You've undermined the whole point. It has to be seen as the lifeblood of your business long term.
Okay, but relational can sound a bit fuzzy. For someone who's really busy, how do you justify spending time on things that don't pay off immediately? What does that long game actually look like in practice?
It looks like focusing relentlessly on like and trust. The KLT factor.
KLT. Yeah.
The aim isn't necessarily to close a deal tomorrow. It's building a whole ecosystem, a network where people genuinely know what you stand for, they like how you operate, and crucially, they trust you.
And that takes time.
It takes time, absolutely. But the payoff compounds. So the advice is stop thinking like a marketer just hunting for the next lead.
And
Start acting like a community leader or a relationship builder. Networking isn't about being seen everywhere. It's about being remembered for showing up.
Consistently.
Meaningfully.
Being remembered, not just seen. That feels important. And that connects to the idea of long game energy, right? This capital, this connection capital, it builds over time.
Yeah.
Needs consistency.
Exactly.
We often hear that phrase, give before you get. But how specifically does being generous actually build your reputation faster than just promoting yourself? Seems counterintuitive.
Well, it works because of reciprocity. When you genuinely offer something valuable, your time and insight may be a key introduction without asking for anything back. Whereas constant self-promotion can often come across as, a bit desperate. When people start relying on you for helpful connections or information, they're already halfway to trusting you when they do need your actual service.
That's a great distinction.
Building that brand equity, that reputation, often happens best through genuine community involvement.
Like supporting local stuff, schools, causes, other businesses.
Exactly. Consistent support for local initiatives builds name recognition through contribution, not just advertising.
But how do you avoid it feeling fake? Like it's just marketing in disguise. How do we make sure it builds real reputation equity?
It's about commitment versus just optics. Real equity is built when your involvement is visible, yes, but also sustained. Things like volunteering hours regularly, sponsoring the local team's jerseys, helping organize a neighborhood cleanup, maybe hosting a mixer for other small businesses. It humanizes you, your brand.
It shows you care about the place, not just the transactions coming out of it.
That's it. And that equity, it skyrockets.
Okay, tell us that story you mentioned, the one about the charity gala. That sounds like a perfect example of this equity paying off.
Sure. So this was a professional, let's say an agent, struggling to get traction in a really high-end market. Standard outreach wasn't working.
Okay.
So they shifted strategy. Instead of cold calls, they sponsored a table at a major local charity gala. But here's the key. They didn't just show up. They got involved. Deeply involved.
How so?
They joined the planning committee months before, offered to coordinate the silent auction. On the night of the gala, they weren't pushing their services. They were making introductions, making sure guests were connecting, solving little problems, basically ensuring the event ran smoothly for everyone.
They became like the host without being the official host.
Yeah.
The connector.
Exactly.
And the result?
Over the next year, that single night, plus, importantly, consistent, thoughtful follow-up, led directly to introductions that generated a $2 million referral pipeline.
Wow. Ooh, really?
Yeah. And they got those referrals not because they shouted the loudest about their skills, but because they were the most visible, trusted, helpful person in that influential circle. That kind of trust. Advertising can't buy it.
That's powerful. And when you do share this stuff, say on social media, you have to be careful. Connection, not self-promotion. How do you walk that line?
You focus on the impact, not just your presence. So a bad post is, look at me volunteering with a selfie.
Right.
A good post is more like, spent the morning helping out at the community center repaint. Amazing initiative. If you want to support what they do, here's their link. You highlight the cause, the connection.
Making it about the community, not just about you.
Exactly. That consistent demonstration of service, it builds brand warmth.
Now, the digital side. This feels trickier. LinkedIn, Facebook groups. Lots of people just post promotional stuff that gets ignored. How do we engage meaningfully online to build what you called digital authority?
Digital authority isn't about how many followers you have. It's about consistently providing real value.
So in those local Facebook groups?
Answer questions genuinely. If someone asks about, I don't know, local zoning or market stats, give a helpful, concise answer, not just DM me.
Right. Provide the value right there.
Yes. Same on LinkedIn or industry forums. Share useful insights. Comment thoughtfully on others' posts. Be visible by contributing, not just lurking or self-promoting. Even the platform algorithms tend to reward that genuine engagement over spammy links.
And then when you meet these people in person later,
They already know you. They recognize you as that helpful person from the online group. It gives you instant credibility before you even shake hands. That's the hybrid strategy. Build authority online, then solidify the relationship offline.
that blend makes a lot of sense. Okay, let's tackle something that feels really counterintuitive for a lot of people, especially in competitive fields. Strategic collaboration.
Too many professionals get stuck in this scarcity mindset, thinking there's only a fixed pie and they have to fight for their slice. Think about clients moving out of state or needing a specialist you don't cover. You should be actively building relationships across brokerages and definitely with professionals in different markets or with complementary skills.
How would that look? Co-marketing, maybe?
Co-marketing listings to double your reach, or creating shared educational content webinars, guides leveraging both your networks. It expands your reach exponentially, often without any direct competition on that specific piece of business.
Okay, that makes sense. Like if I have a client moving to another city, I need someone trustworthy there.
Yeah.
If I haven't built that connection.
You're leaving it to chance, or worse, sending them to someone you don't really know. Building a professional tribe, a network you trust and that trusts you back, fosters accountability and shared growth.
So it's not just about leads, it's about support too.
Absolutely. A strong network of agents isn't your competition, it's your distribution channel.
Their distribution channel. Okay, I like that framing. So we've got the mindset, the community angle, digital collaboration. Let's bring it all together. What does this look like day to day or week to week?
You must have a follow-up system, a rhythm.
What's a simple way to do that without it feeling forced or like you're just, bugging people?
Use that simple rhythm. Connect, complement, contribute.
Connect, complement, contribute. Okay, break that down.
So you meet someone, let's call her Jane, at an event.
Connect. Within 24, 48 hours, send a quick personalized email or LinkedIn message. Great meeting you at the chamber event yesterday.
Simple enough?
Step 2.
Okay.
Compliment. Mention something specific you genuinely appreciated. I really enjoyed your perspective on the downtown development project. Make it sincere.
Okay. Specific and sincere.
Step 3. Contribute. This is key. Find a small way to add value, ideally related to your conversation, without asking for anything. Maybe send a link to an article. Saw this report on Q3 trends and thought of our chat.
So you're giving again, reinforcing yourself as a resource. Makes sense. You have to nurture these connections.
So wrapping this all up, view your networking not as a task, but as your invisible pipeline. It's the brand equity you build that compounds year after year. It's what makes a business resilient, maybe even recession-proof, because it's built on trust, not just market fluctuations.
And especially now, with everything getting so automated.
Right, that human connection becomes your ultimate competitive edge. It's the one thing technology can't fully replicate.
If you really start seeing every handshake, every LinkedIn message, every community event you attend as a strategic investment in your own brand equity. Stop waiting for opportunities to land on your desk. Go out, meet people the right way, and start building that connection capital today.
We'll catch you next time.